Hello Class 1L, my name's Jasmine and I'm a post lady. I've got some questions here from you that are about the postal system, about what you do as a post lady, so I'm going to answer those for you today. The first question we have is, where are you? Well, I am currently in Bristol. That's where I post, and that's quite a big city which is pretty south of where you're from. What do you wear and where do you get your uniform from? So I do wear a uniform. This is my uniform shirt. It has Royal Mail written on it. It's also got a bit of an ink stain from when one of my pens exploded at work, but that's okay, it happens. We also wear shorts or trousers, depending on if it's cold. And then for when it is cold, we've got big red fleece, which is very warm, and a big orange high-vis raincoat. So when it's rainy and people can't see very well, they can always see the post person because they've got a nice bright big jacket on. How do you get to work? I either walk to work or I cycle, and I think most people do that because it's quite hard to park cars at the post office. What does your post office look like? It's a very, very big room. So it's not a post office where the post people go to. We go to the delivery office, which is where all the mail gets sent to for our area. And then around the room, there's like shelves, but tiny little slots. And there's one slot for each house. So they're divided up into different streets. So when you've got a big bunch of mail that's for this street, you can slot it into number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7. Apart from that, it's just a lot of elastic bands everywhere because we use a lot of elastic bands to keep all the post together. Yeah, that's it really. It's just filled with lots and lots of little shelves. How do you carry the post? We have bags which we put them in, which are big red bags. And they can go over your shoulder or they can hook onto a trolley that you push around. The next question is, how heavy is your bag? It depends. Sometimes it's not very heavy. Sometimes you've only got a little bit of post in for that one section. But sometimes it is very, very heavy. I think 8 kilograms is the maximum that we're allowed to carry. I'm not entirely sure if that's completely right, but it's about that much. So if you've got 4 shopping bags, 4 bags of shopping from Sainsbury's or from Tesco, probably about that much. How do you get the letters? That's a good question. So I get the letters when I walk into my delivery office, but those letters have been on a really big journey in the last 24 hours. So when you post your letter into the letterbox, a post person comes and picks that up, takes it to a big, big sorting office, and they decide which parts of the country it's going to go to. It might go to another country, and then they drive it overnight to your delivery office, which is where I go to. I go to the delivery office, and then it gets sorted there. Next question is, how do the letters get to the houses? Well, that's where I come in. I get the letters to the houses. So I take them from the delivery office and I put them in a bag. Put them in lots and lots of bags. Probably have about 16 bags for the whole day. And then I put all those bags in a trolley and I put that trolley in the van, and then we drive the van to different places, and when we stop somewhere we get out and deliver a bag's worth of mail and then come back to the van and then drive somewhere else, stop there, drive and do another little bit of mail, etc, etc, until it's on your doorstep. Do you always post all the letters? Yes, we try and post every single letter that we get for that day, but sometimes something might happen. So it might have got muddled up and sent to the wrong road, in which case when you're out on delivery and you notice, oh, I'm not on that road, you've got to pop it back in, and either you can take it on your way back if you know where it is, but if it's somewhere that's completely out of, your delivery area, then you might send it back to the office and they'll redo it the next day. But yes, I think it's 99% chance we're going to deliver all the letters. How much post do you deliver each day? It changes, because sometimes some houses don't get any post, and sometimes some houses get lots of post, but probably about 600 letters, I think, and maybe about 30 or 40 parcels. That obviously gets a lot different when it comes to Christmas time. We have hundreds of parcels. Next question, do you stay inside if it's raining? No, unfortunately not. I've actually just come back from work and it was very, very rainy today. So no, we just have to carry on, I'm afraid. Sometimes the letters get a bit wet. Sometimes the post lady gets a bit wet. But, you know, it's fine. Rain's not going to hurt us. Do you take your purse to work? Sometimes, if I think I might need it on the way home. But I don't usually need it. But I do take a backpack where I take my lunch and some water. And anything else that I might need during the day. Maybe some spare socks if it's really raining, because my feet might get soggy. What do you do when you don't have to work? That's a good question. I do lots of things. What do I do? Sometimes I like to hang out with my friends, and sometimes I like to go see my family, and sometimes I like to go practice some of the sports that I like, and sometimes I do some theatre stuff. Yeah, so I've got a pretty flexible job, so I get to do lots of different things outside of it. And the final question, do you get to work with your friends? Oh, I do work with lots of people. I didn't know any of them before I started there, and some of them I really, really, really like, and some of them are okay. But mostly everyone's pretty nice at the post office. But my friends from school aren't really there, and but I get to see them afterwards, and I get to tell them all about the stuff I've been doing at work, so that's alright. Okay, that's all your questions. If you think of anything else, let me know. I hope you've had a good time learning about the post office. Okay, thank you, bye.